Packed up the pieces of who I was, left the rest in the dust and rust. Built these walls from the wreck you made. Learned how to smile but not how to stay. They said time heals a broken heart, but mine still trembles in the dark. If I ever love again, it'll be slower than before, with one foot on the brake and one by the door. Yeah, if I ever love again, it'll be honest, it'll be true. It won't be reckless like it was with you. I see your face in a stranger's eyes, and almost every goodbye. I try to rush what I couldn't mend, but love don't move on command. Hope still knocks, but I take my time, 'cause I remember the price of mine. If I ever love again, it'll be slower than before, with one foot on the brake and one by the door. Yeah, if I ever love again, it'll be honest, it'll be true. It won't be reckless like it was with you. I won't promise forever fast, I won't confuse new love with the past. If I ever love again, it'll be calm, it'll be kind, built on trust and quiet nights, not just fire and wine. Yeah, if I ever love again, it won't be from fear or blame. I'll love like someone who survived, not someone who played the game. Yeah, if I ever love again. I swore I'd never feel this way again. Built these walls like they were my best friend. Every scar said don't let love inside. I wore my loneliness with a little pride. And then you smiled like the sun through a storm, and every old promise was suddenly warm. Yeah, love comes back around like a song you forgot you knew. Just when you think you shut it down, it finds a way back to you. Yeah, love comes back around on a road you swore was done. I was lost, I was 6 feet down, then I felt your rising sun. You took my hand like you knew my past, didn't ask me why love never lasts. You just stayed like you weren't afraid of all the mess and mistakes I made. I tried to run, I tried to doubt, but you saw straight through my way out. Yeah, love comes back around like a song you forgot you knew. Just when you think you shut it down, it finds a way back to you. Yeah, love back around, stronger than it ever was. I was sure my world was breaking down. Then I learned to trust because, yeah, love comes back around. Even after all I found, every goodbye, every heartbreak sound still leads to love back around. Yeah, love comes back around. You say you're fine on the telephone, but your silence says you're still alone. Every word you choose so carefully, it feels like you're hiding the truth from me. You're talking about work, you're talking about day, but there's a whole lot you don't want to say. I hear love between the lines, and every pause and every line, in the way your voice gets soft sometimes, like you're trying not to cry. Yeah, I hear love between the lines, even when you're saying goodbye. You can dress it up in different signs, but your heart still talks to mine. You say you're strong, you say you're okay, but your breath still shakes that same old way. You change the subject when it gets too real, like love's a secret you don't want to feel. You tell me not to read too deep, but your heart's louder than the words you keep. I hear love between the lines, in every pause and every line, in the way your voice gets soft sometimes, like you're trying not to cry. Yeah, I hear love between the lines, even when you're saying goodbye. You can dress it up in different signs, but your heart still talks to mine. If you ever need the truth laid bare, I'll be right here when you're done pretending you don't care. I hear love between the lines, in the spaces you leave behind. Even when you say it's over now, your silence keeps proving mine. Yeah, I hear love between the lines, like an echo you can't deny. You might put distance in the words you speak, but your heart still talks to mine. Yeah, love between the lines. Watched you grow through the front yard light, from scraped up knees to your prom night. Now there's another hand holding yours, and I'm smiling like I don't feel the storm. I tell myself it's the way it should be, but my heart still remembers differently. Yeah, I loved you first, dress lace. I loved you first, before time could change our place. I won't stand in your happiness way. I'll cheer you on and swallow the hurt, but deep in my chest it'll always be true that I loved you first. I taught you how to drive that old Ford slow, how to dance when the radio's low. Now he holds you like I used to do, and I pray he loves you as strong as I do. This ain't jealousy, this ain't regret, it's just a truth I can't forget. Yeah, I loved you first, before the rings and the white dress lace. I loved you first, before time could change our place. I won't stand in your happiness way. I'll cheer you on and swallow the hurt, but deep in my chest it'll always be true that I loved you first. Loving you now means letting you go, and I'll carry this quietly so you'll never know. Yeah, I loved you first, and I'll love you after too, just not the way I used to, not the way I once could do. I'll smile and clap at your new life and pray that you're always safe, but my heart will always whisper soft, I loved you first. Yeah, I loved you first. I'd pay every dollar in my old back pocket, trade all the miles on this worn out locket. If love was a thing you could buy back cheap, I'd be broke, but your heart would be back with me. I'd sign every line, I'd take every loss, if there was a way to rewind what we lost. If love had a price, I'd be paying it tonight. I'd sell every dream just to hold you right, for one more slow sunrise. Yeah, if love had a price, I'd spend every tear I've cried. I'd go bankrupt on hope and faith just to have you back in my life. Pawn shop windows and neon signs, every shortcut still leads to your eyes. People say, boy, you gotta move on, but they never paid what loving you cost. They never felt this empty space where your goodbye still screams my name. If love had a price, I'd be paying it tonight. I'd sell every dream just to hold you right, for one more slow sunrise. Yeah, if love had a price, I'd spend every tear I've cried. I'd go bankrupt on hope and faith just to have you back in my life. couldn't buy what I love the most. Yeah, if love had a price, I'd trade my whole life twice. I'd lose everything I own just to win back you tonight. Yeah, if love had a price. Whoa. Love had a yellow light on an old red barn, crickets singing like an alarm. Your truck is running, my heart stands still. Feels like time stopped against my will. Your eyes won't lie, though your lips try to say this ain't our last goodbye. It's a barn like goodbye under a tight country sky. One last kiss in the dust and dark, two breaking hearts in a single spark. Yeah, barn like goodbye, where forever learned how to lie. We swore we'd always be side by side, but tonight it's a barn like goodbye. Hay in your hair, tears on your sleeve, you're holding tight like you don't wanna leave. Every promise we ever made is shaking now in this fading shade. I beg you stay, you beg me strong, but we both know where this road goes wrong. It's a barn like goodbye under a tight country sky. One last kiss in the dust and dark, two breaking hearts in a single spark. Yeah, barn like goodbye, where forever learned how to lie. We swore we'd always be side by side, but tonight it's a barn like you'd still be here, but dreams get loud when the end is near. It's a barn like goodbye, still burning deep in my eyes. Every shadow, every sigh brings you back in that yellow light. Yeah, barn like goodbye, I'll carry you till the day I die. When the world asks why I still cry, I'll say it was a barn like goodbye. Yeah, barn like Clock on the wall says we're out of time. Your eyes won't meet these tired eyes of mine. We're sitting close but a world apart, like strangers holding pieces of a heart. I don't need answers, I don't need blame, just one small truth I can still claim. If you still care, say it slow. If there's any love still living there, don't let it die in me. If you still care, don't let silence take your place. Even a goodbye hurts less than doubt. If you still care. Your coffee's cold, mine's going too. Everything's wrong that once felt true. We talk in circles we can't unwind, but I hear your heart between the lines. I'm not asking you to stay the same. Just tell me if you feel the flame. If you still care, say it slow so I can breathe. If there's any love still living there, don't let it die in me. If you still care, don't let silence take your place. Even a goodbye hurts less than doubt. If you still care, I can take the truth, I can take the fall. I just can't take not knowing it all. If you still care, then reach out, don't turn away. If we're standing on our last then prayer, don't let it slip in gray. If you still care, let me hear it once again. I'd rather break it on his pain than wonder if you still care. If you still care. If you still care. Friday night crowd in the same old place, same one booth and familiar face. Everybody laughs like they always do. One empty chair still waiting for you. They say I should have moved on by now, but some habits don't break easy down. Yeah, I still save a seat right next to me every time. Like you're running late, like you're still mine. Yeah, I still save a seat even when the truth says leave. Call it foolish hope or a heart that won't cheat, but I still save a seat. Waitress asks if it's one or two. I say two like I always do. Your favorite song comes on the radio. I look to the right out of habit, you know. I laugh it off like I'm okay, but missing you don't fade that way. I still save a seat right next to me every time. Like you're running late, like you're still mine. Yeah, I still save a seat even when the truth says leave. Call it foolish hope or a heart that won't cheat, but I still save a seat. If loving you is a ghost I keep, then let me haunt this memory. Yeah, I still save a seat through every crowded room. just in case you ever walk back in and say we ended too soon. Yeah, I still save a seat for the girl I couldn't keep. Well, moved on, but a part of me still saves you a seat. Yeah, I still save a seat. Dust on your dress, boots in the dirt, band in the barn, playing slow and hurt. Everybody's laughing, pretending it's fine, but I know this dance is our last goodbye. Your hand is shaking inside of mine, like you're already halfway down the line. One last dance on dusty roads, spinning like the world ain't letting go. Hold me close like you used to do, like tomorrow ain't splitting me and you. Yeah, one last chance before we're ghosts, under these broken down barn-like glows. Hearts breaking in 4/4 time. One last dance before you're no longer mine. Your mama crying in the doorway light, Daddy won't look me in the eye tonight. You said, baby, I gotta go chase my name. I said, baby, I hope it's worth the pain. Your lips say stay, but your eyes say run, like the race is already won. One last dance on dusty roads, spinning like the world ain't letting go. Hold me close like you used to do, like tomorrow ain't splitting me and you. Yeah, one last chance before we're ghosts, under these broken down barn-like glows. Hearts breaking in 4/4 time. One last dance before you're no longer mine. You'd still be here, but dreams talk louder than fear. So take this dance and take your flight. I'll keep this moment every night. When the road gets lonely and the sky turns cold, remember me on these dusty roads. Mason jar light in a quiet July, fireflies dancing in your brown eyes. We sat on the tailgate talking about forever, like we had the whole world and all the weather. Your hand in mine felt warm and true, but I could feel the change in you. It was fireflies and goodbye, summer love with a one-way sign. We made a wish on a falling sky, then watched our fireflies and goodbye. August came with your packed up dreams, cardboard boxes and quiet screams. Your mama cried on the front porch step. I said I was strong, but I just lied to myself. You kissed my cheek like you'd be okay, but your eyes had already driven them away. It was fireflies and goodbye, summer love with a one-way sign. We made a wish on a falling sky, then watched our North Star change its light. Yeah, fireflies and goodbye, two young hearts learning how to try. We held on tight, then learned to cry under those fireflies and goodbye. Some goodbyes come soft and slow, like they don't even want to go. Fireflies and goodbye still sparkle in my memory. Even now on lonely nights, they flicker back to you and me. Yeah. Fireflies and goodbye, let you go, but I still sigh. Some love don't fade, they just change the light. Those fireflies and my goodbye. Yeah, fireflies and